Healthy relationships take time. It does not come naturally. We all have to work at it. Feeling stuck. Does this spell the end? Does it mean you need to break up?
Welcome to ASK.
In this video, I want to talk about how women need to cope in a relationship as they are facing challenges or struggles in the relationship. What you need to do. Number one, you met one another. You were childhood sweethearts. This is the best way in the courting period. Naturally, everything is beautiful. You're in that high moment in your honeymoon phase. But gradually, being together, the dynamics of the relationship will shift. It will change. It's natural progression. It will. But because it does, what are you going to do about it is the question of the video today. Is what are you doing about the relationship to salvage it, and how are you coping so that the relationship is flourishing beautifully? So you are in that beautiful phase right now, and what ends up happening as you are together, shifts do begin to happen, and because they do, we are asking ourselves the question, why me? Am I with the right person? Am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right place? It's the natural questions that women are asking. What we have to remind ourselves is because we have these emotions of doubt, right? Doubt and worry. These are fleeting moments. They will fade. We have to replace with the positive emotions of how and why you loved each other. What was it about one another that you fell in love? And when you can remind yourself of that deep soul connection to each other, beautiful. Number two, when we are in the situation of the challenges that we are finding ourselves in, we do find these uncertain feelings, and we find ourselves that we are dependent on one another more and more, emotional, financial, and millions of other things that we are both dependent upon one another, which is the wrong thing to do, but it happens, and we don't want to ever ignore as to what is happening, because this could be disastrous when you begin to ignore and you are not seeing the signs of what is happening around you in the relationship. This can have a disastrous toll on your mental and health and your wellness in general, because what ends up happening when you are dissatisfied with each other, there is something that is prompting you, that you're frustrated all the time internally. This is not the best way that you want to operate. And the best way, what you can do when having conversations, but conversations can only go so far. The other person has to respond to your conversations, to your questions and your feelings and concerns. But if not, then the solution needs to be to break up. You have to leave. You can't feel staying stuck and not willing to do anything about it, because that's going to be disastrous. And you never want to ignore the signs. You never want to stay feeling stuck with someone in that relationship, because that is not going to be good for either of you in the long term. And number three is the conversations. You have to have conversations, because without deep dive into the relationship as to what are you facing, what are the struggles that you are both experiencing, right? You are both experiencing. As a woman, we are always having the feeling, we feel as to around us and in the relationship as to what is happening. Things change. Things have shifted. And when we ask the man the question, your partner, your spouse, the question as to what happened, what is in the relationship, what can we do about it? And you have to see for yourself as to what is the best place forward that you want to take, and conversations. You have to have deeper conversations. You have to know about one another. And as in between the conversations, what is going to end up happening is emotions. Emotions are going to creep up, but that is okay. That is natural. And you want that. You want the emotions to come up. You may be tearful, but that is okay. That is because you are in the right place and you know that you care for each other. And when you care for each other so much that you're willing to sacrifice in a good way, not sacrifice in a bad way, in the negative connotation, but you are willing to sacrifice and do what is right. And then the other part, your partner, is also then going to meet you halfway. When you both can meet one another halfway after conversations, you are now salvaging that relationship when you knew things were falling apart. This is the best way. Conversations will lead to the road ahead of you in a positive way, and you are now both thriving and in a fulfilling relationship.
Get ready for more insights with Alka Sharma, a passionate advocate for women's empowerment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.